Badminton Gormo, she's based over here now. Did a very good dressage of 43.3. It's a horse by Master Imp again, and they normally jump. Oof. That's anything to go by, does.
Absolutely.
Tiana at the core. Oops, just sit up. So many good Master Imp horses in this sport now, and they can be quite tricky.
Quite dark in Huntsman's now. Huntsman's close now. Tiana Coudray, the good-looking Ringwood Magister. Very well through there, as well as any we've seen also in the.
Be wanting to do well here this year.
He's got a lot to prove, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's so disappointed after not getting selected last year for the Irish squad.
Tiana, who's a very good young rider for America, just 24 years old. Gets the horse up nicely there and jumps it very well indeed. And just felt in the early stages of Greenwich.
Bandage.
Yes, and that is not good. That is not good at all. I wonder what the grand jury will do about that.
I think it's off.
Yeah,
Might have gone, I think you're right. I was just going back to Tiana in Greenwich. I just felt the occasion got to her a little bit.
It did a little bit, but you see here the horse's scope, and that was really good. It was as stylish as anything, but then the bandages come loose, and we see it, and that can be really dangerous. He's standing on it and ripping it and stretching it, but it looks like a stretchy vet wrap bandage. And so that
leaves us in a moment going to be joined by Zara Phillips, and that disappointment of the lake. We'll talk of her in a moment. Tiana Coudray, meanwhile, now at the farmyard, and as we rather thought, that bandage has gone. Tiana actually is based down in Chipping Sodbury, literally 3 or 4 miles from here, down with Nick Gauntlet, who's got a good yard outside Chipping Sodbury. And there is no doubt what is, for instance, compared to America, a chance to compete at world-class sport, sort of week in, week out in this country, and it really does the confidence and indeed the experience an enormous amount of good. And this horse has certainly got scope.
he has got scope. He's always been a very exciting horse.
Yeah, I mean, I jumped into the water and made a mistake, and you know, at this level you pay the price.
Well, Tiana Coudray, no mistake for her there, and away from the hollow. And Zara, had you seen any of the other action there? Because as you probably heard, if not after, that of course there were 1 or 2 tumbles, of which Bettina Hoy was certainly one at Huntsman's Close.
Yeah, I'd actually seen her, and he came actually back to me great, but he was just jumping out of his skin a bit too much. And afterwards, I kind of had a word, but it obviously didn't work very well in the water.
But anyway, none the worse.
No, he's fine. You know, that's why I pulled him up. You know, there's always another day these days, and you know, he's such a great horse, and he's, you know, he is getting better, and you know, hopefully we take another route now.
And obviously, in an ideal world, the Europeans would be a goal, should that be possible.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we kind of take competition by competition. This one was, you know, our aim for the beginning of the year, and you know, now we're just going to have to make a new plan and, you know, see what happens. You know, there's so many people knocking at the door the whole time. You've got to try and keep your place, but you know, this competition is going to be incredible.
And this competition now, obviously, you can look at it with perhaps a little more independent view. it's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I just walked past Andrew and said I didn't want to get in the way of the Grand Slam. So he said that was kind, and he was going to give me a cut. But I was chuffed to bits with him, and you know, every year it's getting better, and that's why I'm, you know, so cross with myself. You put all that work in, and then you go and mess it up.
Well, let's just pick up the pictures here, because just look at the dressage score of Tiana Coudray with Ringwood Magister, 43.3, 44 seconds to get home. Now that 44.3 would put her into 3rd place behind Sandra Ofarth and also Stefano Brettaroli, and she is going quick enough, but has she got enough time left? It's going to be tight again. The time is not that easy, Zara, is it? What's your reflection?
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a couple that have got a few seconds which probably shouldn't have done. You know, at the beginning we were kind of thinking maybe it should have been a bit tighter, but you know, there are times when if you have a mistake, you know, then that's when you get the time faults. But she looked so much more comfortable than she, you know, did last year, and it's such a fantastic jumper. She'll be pleased, really pleased with this.
Good rounds. It's certainly going to come into the mix. 45.3, just 5 seconds over, 2 time penalties to add, and that puts her into 5th place.